down a bit. Well, good evening. Your Barefoot Country Cook is back in the kitchen, finally. It's been a roller coaster ride. Had a few family things go on, and then I don't have a car anymore. So today I'm going to bring to you a really fast meal. If you don't have a wok, you can use your skillet. You can use a nice big frying pan. It all works. We're going to use something new called Shirataki noodles. And this is going to be basically a wok dish, but it's got a lot of protein and a lot of vegetables in it. And so Shirataki, they come in these I got from a company that I get a lot of organic and really great gluten-free products from. And they're called Thrive Market. It's one of the noodles. Shirataki noodles are made from a type of yam. It's like you can use these in salads and all kinds of things. It's I'm trying to see what the yam is called, a konjac yam. And so there's no gluten in these either. So it's kind of like a yam. But you can put whatever vegetables you want in this dish. Everybody likes pepper steak. Or at least most people do. This is a kind of a pepper steak, but a little twist to it, because I'm going to add to it cooked potatoes, leftover cooked potatoes, which I've sliced up, and some yellow squash that I have sliced up nice and thin, about a 1/4 inch thick slices, so that way they don't take too long to cook. You can see they're pretty thin. And I had boiled some potatoes to make some potato salad. I had extras left over, so I thought I'm going to put them in this dish. So we got that, and you take a medium onion, thinly slice it, 1/4 inch slices, and then do the same thing with half of a bell green pepper. So we have the onions and the peppers and the steak, which this is a chuck steak, and what I did was I cut it into 1/2 inch slivers, I should say. 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch slivers on here. And you want to use a broad blade knife, at least I do. I think it has more control and it makes the slices much better. And you just cut across, and you want to leave that little bit of fat on there because that helps with the flavor. So this is a piece of the little chuck steak, and I'm just going to make little thin slices. You know, because stir fry is always little thin slices, right? So I'm going to thin slice that. About 1/2 inch wide pieces, because it will shrink up some. And now you can, like I said, you can use a skillet, you can use a fry pan, or the wok, which is what I'm using. It's a non-stick wok. And then I have my copper pans that are non-stick as well. So now beforehand, while I'm cutting up the rest of the pepper and all in here, I'm going to put a little bit of salt and pepper on the meat. Give it a little tenderizing with that. It's very thin, so it doesn't need to be pounded like thicker steak. So season it with just a little sprinkle of salt. And I like a little bit of pepper. A little pepper there. Now the bell pepper, same thing. You're going to slice this in little 1/8 inch, really thin slices. That's why whenever you go and you order any Chinese food at your local Chinese restaurant, they tell you 10 minutes, 10 minutes. Well, the reason why is they do a lot of prep ahead of time. Things are sliced nice and thin, so it cooks fast, but it doesn't overcook. So the two things I'm going to use for flavoring is to sear the meat. I'm using a Sonoma sauteed garlic California olive oil. So that way, normally I would add garlic, but this is a garlic olive oil, so that takes care of that, and it's really good oil. And then your generic soy sauce, and that goes on at the middle towards the end. First, what we want to do is we want to sear this meat and throw in just a splash of the soy sauce while the meat's doing that. So I've got my oil heated up back here. And I'm going to turn it up just a little bit because I had it on low. And take this steak and I'm going to throw it in that oil. Stir it around real good. It starts to start cooking a little bit. Okay. And then this little splash of soy sauce on right directly on the meat. About a teaspoon. Stir that around. Now your shirataki noodles will go in the very last. Turn this up on medium high because now I'm going to add it's still got some pink to it. And while it's pink with the brown on the edge, that's when I'm going to put my onions. Put the onions in there with it. And you can add other vegetables if you wanted to do like bamboo shoots and that's the bell pepper going in there. And this will be done when the meat's no longer pink. And the potatoes were already pre-cooked, so this is really heating them through, maybe browning them a little bit. And the squash is just going to make it good and soft. You don't have to put squash in if you don't want to. Don't put potatoes in if you don't want to. I'm making this like it's a one-pot meal. So it's on medium high. Throw that there. And the juices from the meat and the oil is getting all over the peppers, the onions, the potatoes. And I'm constantly flipping it so that I get even distribution of the oil and the heat. I left the skins on the potatoes because it's just a thin layer. And there's a lot of nutrients in the potato skins. Some people don't like it. If you don't like it, then just peel that skin right off. Now there's a little bit of pink in there, and I need to cook these shirataki noodles for 5 minutes. So I'm going to put them in here within 5 minutes. This is going to be finished. So the thing with shirataki noodles is, like I said, they come in a liquid. You want to strain the liquid off. And then put it in your pan, your wok, or whatever kind of frying pan you're using. And separate them out in there. And I'm going to put this timer on 5 minutes. It's kind of like spaghetti. I'm letting it spread out. I'm using the shirataki noodles instead of using rice. And you can serve this over rice. I'm serving it with the noodles. So if you want to add some good, healthy fiber to your diet and a little bit of protein, this is the perfect way to do it. And it's all gluten-free. Now some people wonder, how do you make the gravy or the sauce is like a little on the thick side? Well, you use cornstarch with some chicken broth. I mean, you can put it in water, but the chicken broth will make it taste a lot better. In this case, since it's a steak, I would use a beef broth with the cornstarch. And little known fact is arrowroot is the same thing as cornstarch, believe it or not. So we're going to let that get to a little boil there. Then I want to add find it. All right, one here. About a tablespoon of soy sauce. I was going to do teriyaki, but I just like the flavor of soy sauce. So I'm just going to put the soy in there. All right.
Starting screen saver.
these lovely noodles in here. That's supposed to turn off. No, the timer, I didn't set the button, so I gotta take a minute off of there. So, let this just cook all the way through there. Try to separate those noodles out. And I don't want to put the lid on it because what the lid will do will retain extra moisture in here, which you don't want with a stir-fry dish. But the smell of this is wonderful. You have that garlic oil, the soy sauce, the onion is amazing. The only thing I didn't have that I wanted to put in here was some mushrooms. And I'll have to go to the store and get some for the next time. And with this I can make either an iced tea. I have a lot of Asian teas that I also get from the same company, Thrive Market. And they have some wonderful herbal teas. And I'll show you a couple of them that I've got so far. And these are all really great for your health, period. We've got roasted dandelion root, which I cannot wait to try that one. And then peppermint. This is wonderful. Nice strong peppermint. And Tulsa ashwagandha. And there are vitamin supplements of this same plant. And this is the tea version. And this helps you to sleep at night. It helps you relax and get sleep. So chamomile, nothing on this. This Tulsa ashwagandha from Thrive Market is wonderful. I keep ordering it. I just can't keep it in the house. So I just love it. And then passion flower tea. They have this Santo Remedio that I got from the same place. It's passion flower tea is also a relaxing tea. A lot of people don't know that about teas, but I drank tea way before I drank coffee. So, this is just about done. I've got a couple pieces of meat in here. They're still kind of pink. I've got 3 minutes to go. That way I know my noodles are going to be good and completely cooked through. Now some of these might stick together. I'll just separate them out with a fork and then put the steak mixture on top. And we'll plate that up here in just a second. So when you go get to Chinese restaurants, when you can order green tea, well, these are all green teas. And Thrive Market has a ton of wonderful teas. They really do. And I have them automatically shipped. Every so often, you can do, 4 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever. And if I find myself running low, I can just go ahead and order a single box. And it's great. Delivered right to your door. You don't have to mess with traffic. And I think we are about finito. Yes, we are. Remember, I forgot to push the timer, and there it goes. It is ready to plate up. I want to get a pretty little pink bowl. Put this in. Luna, are you photobombing my shot? Huh? Are you photobombing? Every time I cook, that's this crazy girl. She wants to see what I'm cooking. You want to come over here? You want to come over here since you're going to be in the camera shot anyway? Come here. Say hello. Say hello, Luna. Okay, well, when I'm cooking, I don't think you're going to want. She thinks she has to eat all the human food, too. She's gotten onto this real picky stage, and we can't get her to eat her food. She just wants to eat people food. I think she doesn't know she's a cat. Do you, Luna? Do you know you're a cat? I don't think so. Because she likes steak, and she likes pieces of hot dog, but she stopped eating her cat food about 3 weeks ago, and now she'll pick at it, and when she gets really, really hungry, I guess she picks at it. But I hope she's going to stay with us for a little while. I hope she's not trying to tell us something different. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with her at the vet. All right. Now this is wonderful. I'm going to scoop out some of the noodles that are kind of sitting on top there. And put those in the bottom. And then get some of the steak and the veggies, put on top of that. And you see, look how pretty this is. Look how pretty that is, Luna. You see that? It's hot. You can't eat it. Like, she'll try it once it cools off. So then after that, I always just like to splash some soy sauce on there for a last touch. Turn that burner off. Look out, baby girl. Now just a splash. Yep, that way we don't have to add any more salt or pepper or anything. And let's grab. Now you watch that for me. I'm going to grab a fork, okay? Is that all right with you? You going to watch it for me? Okay. All right, well, here's the taste test. I'm going to try some of these Shirataki noodles with the soy sauce. Oh my goodness, these are good, Luna. These are really, really good. Now I'll take out a little tiny piece of this steak. You have to wait till it cools off. It's too hot. There she goes. I'll save her a little piece out. A little piece of steak. She'll eat it. And let's try the potatoes and the veggies with the steak. Mmm. 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 My husband's in for a treat when he gets home. So, this is Shirataki noodles with a green pepper steak, my way. Got a little bit of country in there. I got to put the potatoes in, right? And, oh my God. It's tender, it's juicy. The flavor just explodes in your mouth. You've got to try this. I will put in the description, you know, the ingredients. It's pretty simple. And, I know I'm getting these noodles again. They're really tasty. I probably should have cut them up, but I didn't. It's like spaghetti. God, I love it. Well, this wasn't an air fryer recipe, but we had the steak in the fridge and green peppers and onions, and all I could think of was pepper steak. Well, it's kind of like pepper steak, but a little different. I think you will like it. Like I said, if you don't like yellow squash, don't put it in there. Put in mushrooms. Don't like mushrooms, don't. Just use the onions, the green pepper, the steak, the soy sauce, and garlic oil to cook the meat in. Put in bamboo shoots if you want. Put in whatever Chinese vegetables you like to put in there. Bok choy in this would be wonderful. I should have bought some. So, because I like bok choy. But, anyway, try it out. Shirataki green pepper steak. And I got more coming because I'm stuck in the house now. Yeah. That's what happens when you don't have a car. You know, you just kind of like end up in the kitchen all the time or at the painting easel or something. So, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you'll come back. And I hope you'll ask me about other recipes that you'd like to see made. Give me something to do that I haven't thought of yet. I like challenges, remember? And then I am barefoot. Had my foot surgery and I'm doing good. So, no shoes for me again. All right, everyone. Love you. God bless.